Good evening, distinguished guests and dignitaries. See, I suppose my previous speakers have talked almost everything about automation, but still I'll have to say something. So, see, basically, automation, why do we go for automation? See, to avoid repetitive jobs, enhance productivity and reduce errors. Subsequently, many other things have come, I will discuss. So, the need for automation is there since time immemorial, but it has largely got the importance during Second World War, when the need for military equipments, aircrafts and other things have been huge in numbers in a short span of time. Initially, if you see, the automations used to happen by means of mechanical components and parts, using gears, cams, something like that. Subsequently, electrical components used to be put in place, the relays, contactors, etc. were there, timers were there. Then slowly the electronic hardware component had come into the effect, electronic solid state relays, then maybe transistors, then chips, this kind of things has come. And the software has come subsequently. Software and hardware jointly, now it is working for the automation. I remember when I joined my first job, I was put on for the maintenance of computerized numerical control machine. There I saw that it was totally automated. Just do the programming and the entire component machining will happen. They used to use, hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems, mechanical systems, electrical panels and electronic panels. So, any kind of automation can use all these kind of systems. There you will have feedback systems for velocity feedback, position feedback, all these kind of things. If we think of automation, see, basically people want to enhance the performance, enhance the productivity and reduce the error and free human being for a better kind of job. So, considering this, I would say that the current value of automation market is in India is somewhere around $2 billion, and by another 3-4 years time, industrial automation I am talking about, it will get double folded. Now, the automation is not, restricted to industry. It is coming over to all the other sectors like home segment, it is there, BFSI it is there, health sector it is there, everywhere. Now, electrical components are driven by electronic signals. So, electronic signals, if we can manipulate, then we can drive the electrical components, and then electrical components can drive the mechanical components, and that is how the entire automation process can happen. Just imagine, in our globe, around 7.7 billion people are living. We are still using IPv4, which gives around 4.3 billion addresses, IP addresses. So, this is highly inadequate as compared to our lifestyle. we want everything to be automated, we want everything to be controlled remotely. So we are transiting to IPv6, which is almost 10 to the power 29 times the address volume of IPv4. And it is estimated that around 10 billion IoT devices will be connected in the internet in a very short span of time. And it will generate 2.5 million terabytes of data. What are we going to do with those data? Are we going to throw away? We are going to use those. We are going to use those to extract intelligence out of that and use those intelligence to automate certain things. So, see how the IT technologies are being now leveraged for the automations and leaving the mechanical things and other things little behind. Ultimately, for any machineries kind of thing, you need a mechanical driver or mechanical actuators. All these things are there, but the primary manipulations of data, the primary decision making of data is being done through IT technologies and IoT devices. These IoT devices, again, is full of sensors. These sensors are interlinked, and these interlinked sensors developing lot of data. So we can say that's a connected intelligence. With these things, you all appreciate that automation is the name of the game, and there is a saying that error is human. So if you do things through human being only, there is a possibility of error. Suppose you are sending a satellite. You cannot entirely depend on human being, their craftsmanship and all. You have to go through certain automated process to minimize error. The CNC machines have got the accuracy level of 0.3 to 0.4 micron, means 10 to the power minus 6 of millimeter. So you need that kind of accuracy. So these accuracies, human being by mechanical operations will not be able to achieve. Similarly, millions and trillions of data you are manipulating, deriving certain intelligence from there. You cannot do it manually. That is why this big data, business analytics, artificial intelligence, these things are coming, that how efficiently and effectively we would be able to process this information for the benefit of the human being or for the benefit of the business. But we need to see this also, that to what extent we will do the automation process. It should not so happen that Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times happens, So it should be need-based, and it should be, you should not do something, overdo something. Because if we try to overdo something, I have seen that sometimes we make the system so complicated that it becomes very difficult to debug the system. So you should have the path for recovery. So automation is good, but to a controlled extent, and to the extent where we can recover from the systems from there. Now, while telling artificial intelligence, it eases your process. It suggests certain things to you. When you try to do something, it suggests some things to you, and you have the options for taking the suggestion or not taking the suggestions. Just on the lighter side of it, probably in some forum I have given this example. that when I had logged into some e-commerce site, I wanted to buy a wooden stool, 3 feet height. So I put it in the cart. Then it suggested through artificial intelligence that those who have bought this wooden tool have also bought a ceiling fan. So those who have heard it, please bear with me. So I thought that, okay, let me put that ceiling fan also in the cart. So then the next suggestion had come that those who bought this wooden tool and ceiling fan also bought a suicidal rope. So I wanted to see where it is finally terminating. I said, let me buy one. I put that also in that cart. Those who bought this wooden stool, ceiling fan, suicidal rope, they also bought funeral kit. So let me see where it is terminating. So funeral kit, I put it into the cart. Then those who bought this, also bought some insurances. And then again I just wanted to see where it is terminating. So like that it continued, and then they suggested me that, have you done the will? You can go to this particular, this lawyer for doing your will and all. So automation, what I mean to say, that automation should be done to a controlled manner and useful manner, and so that you can come out of that system. See, it is always closed loop, closed loop, closed loop. Any system, you put it in because it takes the feedback from the previous sensors, drives it, and maybe it's a multiple loop kind of thing. So sometimes when you are in trouble, as you have seen in modern times, that Charlie Chaplin was not being able to come out of that. So that should not happen. There should be a path of bailing out. WEBEL basically is in the domain of IT and electronics. To promote automation, we can facilitate entrepreneurs to spread their activities in IT and electronics in the state. We are the agency, nodal agency for promoting IT and electronics in the state. For doing that, as a government entity, we can only create the facilities, digital infrastructure, physical infrastructure, and embrace the startups or MSME companies. In doing that, of course, developing the IT skills in different emerging areas. Over the last several months, Department of Information Technology and Electronics organizing various knowledge workshops on emerging technologies like IoT, cybersecurity, blockchain, and all these things, so that these are the things can be utilized, can be leveraged upon. Now, what facilities we have created, I just want to showcase you that we want to call upon the entrepreneurs over here to, to occupy those places what has been created for you all. So I just would quickly run through the facilities we have created. It's not going to presentation mode. No, presentation mode I want to take. No, these small things will not be there.
Yes, sir.
Go to the presentation mode.
Just go into slideshow.
It's taken? Okay, fine. So WEBEL is doing these activities. I'll not read. If you have any questions, please interrupt me. As I said, physical IT infrastructure, training and capacity building, and facilitating, industry and government. We have electronic parks at Naihati and Falta, land area 70 acres and 60 acres, ready for allocations, and hardware park at Sonarpur, which is ready for allocation, and Koldani is under development. Some features of that is hardly 30 kilometers from Calcutta, Naihati, and all other facilities, roads, rails, everything, abundance of, technical resources. The type of plots and their areas. This is about Falta. Type of plots, their sizes, number of plots. This is about Naihati and Falta, the common facilities. This is about hardware park at Sonarpur. Plot details of Sonarpur hardware park. Proposed common facilities of Kalyani Hardware Park. Online land allotment system is there. You can go through the website and you can book your land. These are the rates per acre. Seventeen IT parks are operation level, which is unique with respect to other states. This is only in West Bengal. These are the occupancies. Upcoming IT parks. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience.